Greetings and salutations, my fellow heathens. This is Laz, and this is the Fright Club, your one-stop shop for all things horror. And I always say, if you like what you're seeing, and you want to come on in and join the heathens, hit subscribe. If you like what you're seeing, and you want to say, hey, I like this stuff, hit like. It lets me know I'm on the right track, at least, maybe. Now, if you want to make sure you never miss an episode, you hit like, comment, and subscribe. Then hit that little bell notification hoop that you think. And I'll make sure you never miss an episode of Fright Club. And you never miss an episode of seeing my ugly face. Sorry about that bit, but hey, it is what it is. And also, if you're sitting on, you know what? I want to help Laz out. I want to help out Laz. I want to support the channel in a way other than me just watching stuff. By the way, you guys watching stuff, amazing, and I love it. But if you want to chip in a little bit, we got Patreon, patreon.com/thefrightclub. I'll leave it right in the link comment section, or the description of the video. You go in, it's some really good stuff. I love the fact that you get that with not even just $3. You get your Fright Club content not 1 but 2 days early. So can't beat that with a stick, as far as I'm concerned. Now, with all that out of the way, with all that done, I am here. I'm just getting out. Not just get out there, but I just got home after me and my former roommate watched Scream 7. Now I had to watch it because I have quite a few people who I watch, who I enjoy, and they all hate it. And I had to see what my opinion was going to be. Because usually, it's always, if I hate something, more people are like, hey, it's so great. I'm actually going, you're all stupid. But, and I wanted to see if the pattern holds. And the pattern is this. Starting from part 2 to 7. They build up Ghostface as such a mythic figure who has these great kills, can take a beating, is scary in the costume and everything. Like, you know, he's scary. All that, everything. But when they take off the mask and reveal who the killer is, it's always a letdown. Always. The only one that got it right was part 1. And I think that's because they didn't have a pattern yet. They didn't have a plan. But I mean, 2, you know, I mean, part 2. I mean, the killers are All Fantastic, which is actually the actor, not his name, whatever. But Bruce Willis called the actor. So that's what I call him. And Jackie from Roseanne. What? And it keeps going on. Or, you know, part 3, it's the brother Sydney didn't know she had. And then they retcon that. And in 4, it's somebody else. I mean, you get to the point where you're like, really? Like, right now, my favorite Scream movie is part 6. I know. I should give up my horror badge. But I really liked it. And I thought they made Ghostface really scary in that movie. But then, again, they take off the mask, you're like, really? Or in my case, the whole movie I'm going, please don't be who I think you are. Please don't be who you think you are. Be better. Be better. Be better. And no, not better. Now in this one, again, spoiler free, no spoilers. But I get to see why people will be pissed off by the movie. Because the revelation, when you take the mask off, you're just like, huh? Why? The one person, you're like, you're in one scene. What the hell? and also, they've played around with an idea that they have for Scream 3, or what we could have gotten if Columbine never happened. And they play around with that And I think that really got people mad because it's an idea people want to see brought to fruition. Like, I wouldn't mind seeing it myself, but I can see why people would be angry with that. And also, because again, I like this movie. I liked it quite a bit. It was a slasher movie, which is what I wanted. Scream isn't one of those franchises that I put up on a high pedestal. I just don't. Um, but I thought Fly was good. And again, I really enjoyed Six till the ending. Um, and this movie had some really good kills. Really good kills. One gory one that happened to somebody way earlier than I was anticipating, which I give them props for. But for me, this movie is fun, except for like certain stuff. Like, I hated the fact that Sydney's husband isn't played by Patrick Dempsey because it should be. Her and him had a great chemistry in part three. I thought that's what they're going to build towards. They didn't. I was kind of disappointed in that. Although I like the guy who played her husband, so that's not one of those things. And for some reason, no one knows how light switch works, except for Ghostface. Like, Ghostface, you turn the lights on and off, make it all creepy, but nobody else, even if they're in their own home or if they're in a restaurant that they own, have no idea where the light switches are, apparently. And that always just annoyed me. But all that aside, I enjoyed it. I would say if you are interested in watching it, go give it a shot. Go give it a watch. You know, pump up the horror numbers. And so that is it. Until next time, my friends, catch y'all in the fright zone.